Jobs most exposed to AI are seeing 16% slower employment growth, and the jobs disappearing fastest, they're not low-skilled jobs, they're specialist jobs, software developers, financial analysts, legal researchers. These are the canaries in the coal mine, the first to feel it, and they all have one thing in common. They built their entire career on doing one thing exceptionally well. Here's what nobody is telling you. The people best positioned to survive this aren't the ones who went deeper, they're the ones who went wider. People with too many interests, people who never could pick just one thing. People like you, who were told your whole career that being a generalist was a weakness. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 3 specific things the research says AI cannot replace, and why multi-passionate people already have all 3. This isn't motivation, this is data. Let's get into it. The Stanford Digital Economy Lab tracked what's happening to AI-exposed jobs, and the pattern is brutal. It's not the guy doing basic data entry who's getting squeezed out. It's the software developer with 10 years of coding experience. It's the financial analyst with an MBA. It's the legal researcher who billed $400 an hour. The specialists, the experts, the people who did everything right. There's a historical parallel that should send a chill down your spine. During the Industrial Revolution, the first workers displaced by machines weren't the unskilled laborers, they were the master weavers, the most precise, most trained, most valuable textile workers in England. Gone, not because they weren't good enough, but because the machine did their one thing faster and cheaper. History is repeating, and deep expertise in one thing used to be your moat. Now it's your exposure. So if the specialists are the canaries, who's the hawk? Who actually survives this? Here's where it gets interesting. The same Stanford research that identified which jobs are disappearing also identified what AI genuinely cannot do, and when you read it, something clicks, especially if you're someone who's always had too many interests to count. The first thing AI cannot replace is cross-domain synthesis. AI can master one domain completely. It can write better code than most developers. It can analyze financial data faster than most analysts. But here's what it cannot do. It cannot walk into a room with knowledge from marketing, psychology, and design, blend all 3 together, and create something that didn't exist before. That's not a technical limitation they'll patch in the next update. That's a fundamental gap. Because real synthesis doesn't come from data, it comes from lived experience across wildly different worlds. A marketer who spent 3 years studying human behavior and another 2 years obsessing over visual design doesn't just do marketing. They see things nobody else in the room can see, and no single prompt is going to replicate that. Sound like anyone you know? Maybe someone who could never stay in one lane? The second thing AI cannot replace is strategic judgment. AI executes. It is genuinely extraordinary at implementation. You give it a problem, it solves it. But here's the question it cannot answer. What problem should we even be solving right now? Why does it matter? Who is it actually for? That's directional thinking, and it requires something AI has never had. The experience of being wrong in different contexts, of watching a brilliant strategy collapse because of one human variable nobody accounted for, of learning across years and industries and failures that what works here doesn't work there. Multi-passionate people have been collecting that cross-context wisdom their entire lives. Every pivot, every distraction, every time you went deep on something new, that was tuition. You just didn't know what class you were taking. The third thing, and this one is the most human of all, is social translation. Getting people who see the world completely differently to actually align on something. That's not communication. That's not charisma. It's something harder. It's knowing when to push and when to pull back. It's reading a room and sensing what nobody's saying out loud. It's having skin in the game. Actual stakes, actual relationships, actual trust built over time. AI has no skin in the game, it never will. So now you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I actually build a career around this? Forget the career ladder. One direction, one specialty, one track. That model was built for a world that no longer exists. What you need is a career lattice. Move sideways, move diagonally, build value through combination, not just depth. And here's the framework that changes everything. Stop trying to be T-shaped. One deep skill, broad surface knowledge. That was the last decade's answer. The new model is M-shaped, multiple deep skills that intersect. That's the rarest profile in the AI economy right now, and the most valuable. Think about someone with 5 years in HR, 3 years in data analytics, and 2 years in UX research. On paper, looks scattered. In reality, that person is a people analytics strategist, a role that didn't even have a name 5 years ago, and that AI cannot fill. You don't need 10,000 hours per skill either. 100 hours gets you competent, 500 hours gets you dangerous. Stack 3 of those, you're not just employable, You're irreplaceable. The specialist built a wall. You built a web. And in a world changing this fast, the web wins. You weren't scattered. You weren't unfocused. You weren't the problem everyone made you feel like you were. You were building the exact career model that the next decade demands without anyone telling you that's what you were doing. Drop your 3 biggest interest areas in the comments, then tell me where they overlap. That overlap, that's your moat. And if this finally gave a name to something you felt your whole career, hit subscribe. That's exactly what this channel is here for.